The journey before birth. Have you ever paused to wonder when life truly begins? Not with your first breath, not when your mother realized you were there. According to the timeless teachings of Buddhist Abhidhamma, life begins at the moment consciousness enters a new existence. It happens in silence, in stillness, long before the world greets you. It's not random. It's not luck. It's karma, the echo of choices made in lives we no longer remember. This is the secret journey, the path unseen. Before birth, there is becoming. Before a body, there is intention. And in this hidden realm, the soul travels through 7 sacred stages, from a single drop of life to the first cry that marks our return to samsara. In this video, we'll walk you through that sacred path, not just to marvel at its mystery, but to understand the wisdom behind it. Because only by understanding where we've come from can we begin to see where we're going. Let us begin the journey. From darkness into form, from karma into life. The 7 sacred stages before birth. Let's go back to where it all began. Not in a hospital room, not with a heartbeat, but in the very last moment of your previous life. Stage 1, the end before the beginning. In the teachings of Buddhist Abhidhamma, every new life begins with an ending. The final consciousness of a past existence, called kuti, dissolves. But in the very next moment, something extraordinary happens. Padasandhi, or rebirth-linking consciousness, arises. Like a spark leaping from one candle to another, the stream of mind continues. It carries with it the weight of karma, past choices, emotions, intentions, planting their seeds into the delicate union of sperm and egg. And from that invisible union, life begins. But not yet as a person, not a baby, just a drop floating quietly in the dark waters of becoming. Stage 2, Kalala, the sacred drop, week 1. In the first week, that drop takes form as Kalala, a name as delicate as its state. A semi-liquid globule, like oil on water. It's tiny, almost unseeable, and yet within it lies the blueprint of an entire life. The 5 aggregates, form, feeling, perception, volition, and consciousness, begin to assemble, guided silently by karma. For the first time in this new life, nama, mind, and rupa, matter, arise together. It's a moment of quiet, sacred choreography, the soul and the body touching the earth again. Stage 3, Abhuda, the blister, week 2. As time moves on, that sacred drop begins to swell and expand. Now it's Abhuda, a small, round, translucent blister. It still has no defined shape, no human form. But beneath the surface, karma continues to weave the future. Like clouds gathering before the rain, this stage prepares the body for its grand entrance. You could say, it's a bubble filled with potential, waiting patiently for the right moment to transform. Stage 4, Pisi, the flesh lump, weeks 3 to 4. By the 3rd and 4th week, that blister becomes Pisi, a red, formless lump of flesh. It pulses faintly, rhythmically, as the heart base, Hadaya Vatu, begins its mysterious function. Still no eyes, no fingers, no face. But the foundation is being laid. Here, the sense faculties, sight, hearing, smell, taste, touch, and mind, start their earliest, most subtle formation. You don't choose your body at this stage. Nature is not designing it randomly either. It is karma, past actions, tendencies, and intentions, shaping the hands of nature itself. So much happens before the world even knows you exist. And we're only halfway through this miraculous process. If a single drop of life can carry so much memory, motion, and meaning, what does it say about who we really are? Stay with us. The next stages are just as awe-inspiring. Let's return now to the sacred womb of becoming. By the 5th week, the soft, pulsing lump begins to take shape. The body, once formless, now starts to resemble a human structure. Bones forming, organs beginning their quiet labor. It's like clay in the hands of a sculptor. But this sculptor is invisible, guided by karma. Every heartbeat, every cell division is not just biology, it's memory. The stream of consciousness continues flowing, unbroken, carrying the imprints of past lifetimes. Can you imagine? This body you now inhabit once began as a wordless echo of your own choices. Stage 6, Pasaka, the sprouting limbs, week 7+. Then comes the miracle of sprouting. Limbs emerge, arms, legs, fingers, toes, reaching out from silence toward the world. It's like watching a tree grow its first branches, full of promise, full of longing. The six sense bases begin to form. Eyes to see beauty and pain, ears to hear joy and sorrow, a nose, a tongue, a body to feel warmth and cold, and the mind to wander, to grasp, to dream. These sense doors are not just biological features, they are gates through which craving, perception, and feeling will flood in once again. The baby stirs, but it doesn't cry yet. It speaks in movements, in stillness, as if life were whispering its return beneath the hush of the womb. Stage 7, Jati, birth, and then, after months in the sacred dark, comes Jati, birth. The 5 aggregates now fully manifest. Form, feeling, perception, volition, and consciousness arise together, once again bound by the wheel of becoming. And the first cry breaks the silence, not just a breath of air, but the sound of returning to a world of sensations, stories, and suffering. This is samsara, the cycle of rebirth. A cycle not driven by chance, but by the law of cause and effect, the force of dependent origination. But here's the deeper question. If birth is not our beginning, is death truly our end? If we've come this far from a single drop of karma, what might we become, if guided by wisdom? May this understanding not only move you, but awaken something within. The journey of rebirth is vast, but so is the path of liberation. And both begin with awareness, the truth of rebirth and liberation. So now, let us step back and look again at this journey, not just of a fetus, but of a being crossing from one life to the next. What we've witnessed, from the first spark of conception to the first cry of birth, is not random, not mere biology. It is karma in motion. It is the echo of choices made in lives we no longer remember, but still live within us. According to the Buddha, all of this unfolds within a single, powerful chain, a law of nature called paticca samuppada, dependent origination. It begins with ignorance, avijja, which gives rise to mental formations, sankhara, then to consciousness, vijnana, name and form, nama rupa, and eventually to birth, aging, and death. And unless we understand this chain deeply with clarity and mindfulness, we remain bound to it, again and again, life after life. This journey from Kalala to Jati, from formlessness to form, from stillness to scream, is only one loop in the endless wheel of samsara. But within it lies a profound truth. Suffering is not a punishment. It's a signal, pointing us toward liberation. So I leave you with this reflection. If we can see this process clearly, with wisdom, then perhaps we no longer have to run from it. We can rise above it. May all beings, seen and unseen, near and far, be free from suffering and awaken to peace beyond birth and death. If this journey spoke to you, share it with someone who's searching. Subscribe for more teachings that awaken the heart.